But, yep, he's still in here. He's going to still try to pick at that SCV line. He's getting lurkers out plenty in time to deal with any kind of a push. Usually the lurkers will pop just as the Terran gets near the natural expansion. But hitting that tank, another tank going to go down from Hwasin, so the push being delayed even further. So ZerO doing a great job delaying the push at least. It's very important to delay a Terran push for both Protoss and Zerg and Terran, really, just to delay that push. Keep the Terran inside of their base so they can't take a third, but these mutas are being completely ripped into. Most of them are very low health, but there's still a pack of mutas in. Here come the lurkers from ZerO, and he's got his third base up and running, so he is competing economically now. And he's coming up with all of his troops. Hwasin, I think he's going to have a very tough time breaking through. If he'd had those two other tanks out with him, this would be a lot easier to break. But yeah, 2 tanks against this many lurkers, I think ZerO might be able to completely pummel Hwasin if he can find some way to get a surround. I think he is going for the surround. He's running up with his Zerglings, and I think he will try to do the surround here. Hwasin, he scanned the lurker troops, so he knows there's something wrong. There's nothing by the lurkers, and Zerg usually keep troops by the lurkers to protect them. So he's going to know that there's probably going to be a pincer attack soon, and he's going to try to take the high ground. Here comes a pincer attack for ZerO. He's trying to do this right now. Might have been a little bit premature. Ran in from one side with troops, but he wasn't close enough with that other side. Now he's going to go in for a counterattack. Somewhat of a counterattack. Try to get some damage done, but the irradiates. Oh, irradiate ripping into the Mutalisk. So that was kind of a doomed venture from ZerO. A lot of damage got taken to him in that attack. And yeah, he can't go for Mutalisk anymore, but he has his Hive Tech out, so I don't think it matters. He's going to go for his Defiler mound, of course. Going to go for some Defilers, and he's taking the base down at the 5 o'clock. It's a very risky place from him. He's trying to move in troops to protect that location, but once Hwasin finds that, he's going to rip through it. Oh, a huge pincer attack from ZerO. He's coming with all of his troops, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Hwasin being grinded down, losing all of his Medica Marines, but ZerO lost a lot too. He had quite a few casualties in that attack, and Hwasin's still hovering out in the middle of the map. I think he's going to come in with some backup troops just to help out that troop and then eventually move back out. So I don't think that push was delayed too long. More science vessels coming out. We know Irradiate's done. So yeah, this is going to be an extremely harsh battle. Hwasin needs to think about taking his third base. And you might actually try to float down to the 5 o'clock, which would be funny. But ZerO is coming into the area. Oh, he has lurkers in. These might be stopped lurkers, but he definitely has lurkers in to fight back the backup troops. If Hwasin doesn't pay attention, he's going to lose all of his troops that are walking down the map. But Hwasin is doing an excellent job irradiating and getting rid of these lurkers. He's just destroying all lurkers in his path, and he knows about these lurkers now. But this was extremely smart of ZerO to block off that resupply line, because now he's going to run in with all of his troops. Oh, this is going to get messy. He's going in with Zerglings, but he's losing so much here. Very nice micro from Hwasin, just destroying, completely nullifying that Zergling troop. But now the Defilers are out. Defiler's out. I'm not sure if Consume is ready. It's probably barely done here in a second, but Hwasin, oh, he's going for this 8 o'clock base. Consume just now got done, but I'm not sure if he's going to be in time. ZerO has nowhere to run. Oh, absolutely nowhere to run. Oh, I think Hwasin's going to be able to destroy all of these drones. Oh, oh, wow. ZerO actually glitching some drones through the minerals. So he saved as much as he could. But yeah, he's going to lose this base, and Hwasin's going to be able to take out that base. So Hwasin getting a ton of damage done, but still, ZerO, he has another base at the 5 o'clock position, and Hwasin, he has the advantage now, so he's got to go take some more bases of his own. He's getting some excellent micro to take out these lurkers. Oh man, and ZerO, he's trying to come in, going to probably try to Dark Swarm and regain that 8 o'clock base. But still, he has another base over at the 5 o'clock that is mining very comfortably. And looks like, oh, this science vessel is finally going to go down from Hwasin. Hwasin being backed into a corner, but he's actually out of range of that. All those troops are going to go down, so it doesn't really matter. But coming out with some vultures, I think he's going to lay mines all over the place so he can take another base. Trying to float up to the 2 o'clock position. but I don't think he's going to be able to land that. ZerO, he was up there with a ton of Zerglings anticipating that flyover. That's a problem going for a predictable macro build, predictable timings, because your opponent can run up and know the exact timings for everything. But Hwasin is finally going to run back and get rid of these Zerglings, clean up that Zergling troop. He has quite a few Firebats out now, too. I think that's to help out with the Dark Swarm while he goes for his third base. And I think this third base is a little bit late. Well, it's a lot of bit late now because he wasn't able to float that down and get it running. But now he's going to transfer all of his SCVs and get that third base running while ZerO is getting his fourth once again. Well, that was his third earlier, but now he's getting it up again. And ZerO is going to keep putting on the pressure. This is what I've seen from a lot of Zerg players these days, all barely out of range of that mine. All of those lurkers could have gone down from one mine, but Hwasin has so many troops out. He's been committing himself mostly to troops, so he's going to have no problems fighting this off. I think irradiates, plenty of irradiates to deal with all these lurkers. ZerO still trying to get into that Dark Swarm, but all of the lurkers were irradiated. Hwasin is in a good position here if he can protect that third base. He has plenty of troops out. He has some nice upgrades, so he's going to be able to fight back. As you can see, there's nothing under the Dark Swarm, and that's definitely not a good sign for ZerO. That means he's being pushed back into his base. He's trying to come up now. He's going to try to take out these science vessels with Scourge, but not really paying attention to the Scourge, deciding that he needs to micro his lurkers more. If he can get some good Defiler play out here, he might be able to do this. But yeah, he's not able to take out that 2 o'clock base. He goes in with a few Zerglings, just trying to catch Hwasin off guard while attacking him at the same time in the middle of the map, but he did not manage to get anything done up there. He's going to have to do a drop or something, go up with some Dark Swarm maybe to take that base out, because I think that 2 o'clock base will probably be the game decider. If Hwasin does, oh, a nice plague, an excellent plague from ZerO, a plague over pretty much all of the troops in the middle, including all of the science vessels, so if he goes in with one Mutalist, he'll be able to take all those down. Only one science vessel didn't get plagued, so yeah, that's not looking good for those science vessels. But Hwasin has a couple Marines just standing by the bunker so he can stem them and put them in immediately if there is another Zergling attack up there, which is going to be very, very soon. I see ZerO, he's running Zerglings up. He's grouping them together in the middle of the map. But he could be sending some up at the 2 o'clock position shortly. Here's a drop from Hwasin. It's kind of a weird drop from him, just dropping down in this little area. Just trying to bypass all of ZerO's, the ways he can see this, all of his sight units, including Overlords, but always coming down through the middle, and I think he's going to attack several bases at the same time. He's going in with Marines over here. Oh, this is a very smart play from Hwasin. It might be intercepted. Yeah, ZerO saw this with an Overlord, I think. But yeah, Hwasin's going to be able to pick off a ton of drones at this position, but he's not target firing the drones, so he's going to be completely whittled down. There are no medics. If only 2 medics were in that attack, I think Hwasin would still be in that base.